It's a thought that creeps in quietly, often in moments of doubt, after the third meltdown of the morning, during another power struggle over pajamas, or while sitting alone wondering why parenting feels so hard when everyone else makes it look easy. Many parents carry this hidden belief that they're somehow falling short, that if parenting is truly natural, they must be missing something. But what if the truth is that parenting isn't natural at all? What if parenting, much like learning to drive or starting a new job, is something that needs to be learned, practiced, and refined day after day? It's easy to see why so many parents believe they should instinctively know how to raise a child. Society has long romanticized parenthood as something biological, intuitive, something people just do. Yet when looking closer, the cracks begin to show. No qualifications are needed to become a parent, no formal training, no test to pass, and yet parenting demands an incredible amount of emotional resilience, patience, and self-awareness. Take Zara, for example. She had always dreamed of being a mother. She imagined peaceful mornings, painting with her daughter, sipping tea while her little one played quietly nearby. Fast forward 3 years, and Zara found herself shouting more than she ever thought she would, constantly questioning her decisions and feeling like she'd lost a part of herself. Then there's Jordan, a father of 2 who had always assumed he'd bond easily with his son. He pictured kicking footballs in the park and passing on life lessons. But his son preferred books to balls, and their personalities clashed more than they connected. Jordan couldn't help but feel disappointed, even though he knew he shouldn't. These aren't rare stories. They're everyday moments that many parents live through silently. The fantasy of parenting doesn't always match the reality, and that's where the real work begins. So why is parenting so hard to get right? Because it asks for a level of consciousness most people haven't been taught to access. It demands that adults not only know better, but do better, consistently. And that's no small task. Knowing not to yell is one thing. Holding back in the middle of a stressful situation is something entirely different. That kind of control comes from emotional maturity, not just knowledge. This is where many parents get stuck. They know what they should be doing, responding with calm, setting firm but kind boundaries, staying patient when things go wrong. But knowing is not the same as doing. Parenting asks for both understanding and practice. It's a daily workout for the mind, heart, and soul. One of the biggest traps new parents fall into is the belief that love alone is enough. While love is a powerful foundation, it doesn't come with a ready-made toolkit. It doesn't teach someone how to manage tantrums, how to repair after shouting, or how to support a child who processes the world differently. And the fantasy of parenting can be strong. So many mothers imagine long days of bonding and quiet bliss. Many fathers look forward to teaching their children skills they themselves enjoyed growing up. But what happens when a child refuses to play along with the script? Parents often aren't prepared for the reality that children arrive with their own personalities, their own preferences, and their own pace. The bond that many expect to feel instantly may take time to build. And the love, though always there, can get buried beneath layers of confusion, exhaustion, and frustration. Amira, a mother of 3, once believed she'd be the kind of parent who always knew what to do. But when her second child, Leo, came along with big feelings and unpredictable moods, none of her strategies worked. What had been effective with her firstborn, Nina, simply fell apart with Leo. She felt like she was starting all over again, and in many ways she was. Each child requires their parent to begin anew. What worked yesterday may not work today. What soothed one child might irritate another. This constant need to adapt can leave even the most devoted parents feeling inadequate. It's no wonder so many struggle silently. But there's something powerful that happens when the fantasy is let go. When parents stop trying to live up to an ideal and instead choose to meet their child and themselves where they really are. The shift begins with acceptance. Acceptance that parenting won't always feel good, that there will be days filled with mess, noise, and doubts, that it's completely normal to question whether you're cut out for this. And most importantly, acceptance that parenting is a skill, one that develops over time, not a trait someone either has or doesn't have, but a muscle that strengthens with practice, mistakes, and repair. So what can be done right now to shift from overwhelmed to empowered? Start by letting go of the myth of being a natural parent. Instead, acknowledge that most of the time, parenting will feel unfamiliar and sometimes uncomfortable. That doesn't mean anything is wrong, it just means growth is happening. Trade perfection for progress. When the voice in the head says, "You messed up again," respond with, "I'm learning. I'll try differently next time." Every small step counts. Watch for emotional patterns. Notice what triggers the shouting, the snapping, the shutting down. And instead of judging those moments, get curious about what they're revealing. Repair after rupture. When things go off track, as they often will, circle back. Say something like, "That didn't go how I wanted. Let's try again." This teaches a child that relationships can bend and bounce back. Prioritize connection before correction. A child's behavior is often a signal, not a defiance. Slowing down to understand what's really going on builds trust and helps both parent and child stay regulated. Seek out support, not isolation. So many parents believe they're the only ones struggling. But parenting is a community experience, not a solo mission. Whether it's a friend, a parenting coach, or an online group, sharing the journey lightens the load. And always remember this, parenting isn't about getting it right. It's about being real, being present, and being willing to grow. Because every mistake, every meltdown, every hard moment is a doorway to deeper awareness for both parent and child. So the next time things feel too much, ask this: what is this moment teaching me? It might not be easy. It might not look the way it was imagined, but it's real. And within that reality lies the chance to raise a child consciously, with grace, patience, and purpose. Parenting isn't a destination, it's a journey, one that reshapes both the parent and the child along the way. And if you feel like you could use a little support with parenting challenges, I'd love to help. You can reach me at littleoneslifecoach.com. If this message resonated and helped you feel seen or supported in any way, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. You never know which struggling parent might need to hear these words today. Thank you.